What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Boozer here. Thanks for stopping by. Today we are playing Starborne Frontiers, and I want to make sure I thank Starborne Frontiers for sponsoring the video, so really appreciate that. If you guys want to check out this game, make sure you guys check out the link in the description and the pinned comments below. The game looks and plays really well, so make sure you guys check it out using the links below. It directly supports the channel, so I really appreciate that. Let's jump into this video here. Today we're going to be talking about two rare champions that are actually really good and pretty important for your overall progression. You get them for free, totally just by playing the campaign. So I just want to highlight these champions here. Let's jump right into it. Okay, so the first unit I want to highlight here is actually going to be Shepherd. So Shepherd you get actually really early in the game. I believe stage 1, a couple levels in, maybe like 2 or 3. You basically get this unit very early, and he's actually pretty important because he actually has an ability that is rather unique and is really important in one of the most important areas of the game, which I'll talk about in a second here. But basically Shepherd here is actually pretty good in the vault against the boss encounter you fight every day, basically for some extra loot. Shepherd's actually pretty good, and as a free option here is actually very useful. What I'm talking about here is his passive. His passive actually has a chance to well, not a chance, but he actually places the corrosion debuff on the vault boss. The corrosion debuff is actually really useful against the vault boss. It deals the most damage against them. So you don't actually need to gear them out for full damage stats, for example. You don't need full crit rate, you don't need good power, you don't need good speed and all that. What you do need is hacking. You do need hacking against the boss. This allows you to apply the corrosion, and this is going to be just passively done from Shepherd. So he doesn't apply it like from an attack, he applies it passively from his passive. So when he is directly damaged, this unit inflicts corrosion and attack down on its attacker for 1 turn. So corrosion will help deal damage, and the attack down will keep your team alive against the vault boss. This is probably the easiest way to deal damage and ramp up your damage score against the vault boss. So Shepherd here with this passive ability makes him very viable against that one area of the game. There's actually not too many units in this game that actually have the corrosion debuff. So having him for free is a huge asset. So myself, what you want to do with your kind of units that apply debuffs, you want them to have enough hacking. So against this boss encounter on the lowest difficulty, you're probably looking at about 200 hacking. Easiest way to get it is probably just getting like hacking sets, because each set of 2 gives you plus 30 hacking stat. It's not easy, obviously, if you're not like leveled up and all that stuff, but I got them to 50. And you know, I'm a relatively new player. I'm only level 19 or 20, so this really helps that you don't need to go crazy on the stats. So the next unit that I want to talk about is actually Yarrow. Yarrow here is similar to Shepherd in that you get him for free a little bit later on in the campaign mode. I believe stage 5. So somewhere in the middle you get this unit. He's a little bit better than Shepherd because Yarrow is has the corrosion debuff on a attack ability. This way he can attack and then deal the corrosion. He doesn't need to be hit. So this makes him a lot better. Similar to Shepherd, you still need the proper hacking stat on him. So from gear, just applying the hacking sets is just the easiest way to do it. So make sure you guys just slap a couple of these sets on him to make sure they can land the corrosion debuff. So here I got, you know, some variety of pretty junky pieces here, but basically the best thing about them is they're 2-piece, and then they give you the plus 30. Besides that, Yarrow and his A1 corrosion ability, he also has corrosion on his A2. This one, you know, obviously it takes a little bit longer because it's a charged ability, but the corrosion lasts a little bit longer as well. So there's going to be good opportunity for Yarrow and Shepherd to hopefully land some corrosion so that we can deal some damage against the vault boss. Let's jump into that area first. So the easiest way to deal with the vault boss is probably to bring in units that can deal corrosion, and then some units that can keep them alive. So first we go into the alliance raids here. I've already opened up hard, but we'll use normal just for simplicity's sake and you know, the ease of gearing, for example. So here we're going to check out the normal difficulty boss. Actually, but before we do that, let's check out the damage that we need. So for the top level reward for the normal difficulty, you need 483,000 damage. So from the normal rewards, you get a bit of everything here, the credits, the bits, you get the beacon, which is really, really nice. You get a bit of platinum here. Obviously, you can use these resources to get other resources that you need. You get a little bit of gear here. I mean, depending where you are in the game, like a 3 or 4 star legendary piece could just be a decent amount of stats for your guys. For me, like I'm probably still in the stage where that gear is still useful to me, but our goal is to hit this damage threshold with the corrosion strategy. So let's jump into this here. You see some of these guys are already doing pretty good damage already. Let's see how we do. Let's see how we perform. So I'm going to omit you know, some of my bigger damage dealers and my legendary healer. Sorry. Let's bring in a rare healer. Let's bring in Shelter, and then we'll remove the other damage dealer as well. So now we're packing two corrosion units, and then we have one healing unit here to support. So let's engage and see how much damage we can actually put up with just 3 units. So we want to apply this corrosion constantly. The attack down is actually really good as well, since it allows our squad to stay alive. We do have a support unit here to keep everybody alive. I can go over the gearing on the support unit as well, but it should be pretty straightforward, I think. Let's go. Looking pretty good. So we're hitting the top damage already with just these 3 units. So it just shows you the effectiveness of this corrosion debuff. It's just consistent amount of damage here. We saw the stats that were required on the units, and we saw some of the gear, level 4, level 8 gear. So it's definitely not super hard to reach. And having access to these 2 rares, for free, just by doing the campaign, which we all should be doing in the beginning anyways, is a nice boost, right? It's a nice boost. It just makes sure, it just allows you or enables you to basically clear this content for solid rewards on the daily. So our guys are starting to go down here, but we've already easily cleared the top damage for the chest on normal difficulty already. So this ensures that we're going to be getting the goodies on the daily. All right, so finishing up here, going down at 1.2, so more than double the damage needed for the normal top difficulty chest. Here we go, 1.2, not too shabby. Let's check out hard difficulty. This time I'll bring in some of my more better geared supports. Here it's a little bit more difficult. If we look at the damage range here, 1.3 million damage is needed. We'll use the same strategy with the corrosion as well, and I believe it is the best strategy here to apply the damage. So let's bring in a better healer, and then let's bring in another DPS. Let's see if we can do it here. Yeah. And I guess in this run, you can see how our damage dealer, just a normal damage dealer, compares to basically corrosion. So you can kind of see the corrosion damage ticks. They're about 20,000 each. And then you can kind of see our legendary 60 damage dealer is only hitting for about 5,000. So he's not hitting as hard as the corrosion ticks. There you go, 12,000 critical hit from our damage dealer. So definitely bring corrosion to this fight. It's just the best damage for your stat investment. On my level 60 obsidian, my damage dealer, he actually has like crit rate and crit damage. So he has a lot better stats than obviously the shepherd and the yarrow. But the shepherd and yarrow, they're doing the heavy lifting, right? They're doing the heavy lifting here, and they're doing lots and lots of damage. So anyways, we're about halfway. So this actually is pretty good because it allows us to basically say we can double key the top chest of the hard difficulty. And based on where I am in this game, I think that's pretty good. Yeah, so just looking at the reward structure, we're in tier 2 for the chest. And then here's some drop info. It's basically about the same here. But I mean, you gotta be really happy that the game provides you with these kind of resources so that you can kind of just, keep progressing in the game, right? And of course, having the units being available through campaign makes it, that much better. So from the campaign, from this stage 1, in the normal campaign, I believe Shepherd is level 3. Maybe it'll show it here in the campaign as we're going through it here. Is he? No, this is different. This is the wrong difficulty. Sorry, we are on brutal already. So in normal difficulty, I believe, let's check out Shepherd here. Shepherd. Did they say Shepherd? Level 3? Stay in your lane. No? Nope. Nope, not too sure, but he's pretty early. I'm pretty sure he comes pretty early. Okay, I just double checked, and yes, Shepherd comes from level 3 in the normal difficulty, and Yarrow is actually in stage 5, stage 5, level 4, and he's going to be in one of these side quests here. Sorry, so level 4, and then he branches off. This is where he's at. So if you pick up Yarrow, he's going to be, obviously free at stage 5 in the normal difficulty. But having these two solid rares help you out with the corrosion debuff against the vault boss makes it a lot easier for you guys to get some decent rewards as you progress through the game. I did mention I would quickly show my Shelter off here. Shelter is another rare that you can pick up in the normal difficulty campaign as well. I believe level 2 or stage 2. So she's free as well, but she's just a generic healer here. So she gets the A1 heal, repair, A2 repair. For her, very easily just put like a repair set on her so she gains more effective repair abilities. And that's about it. So I just ran her and then the 2 corrosion units, and then we got the job done. So anyways, hopefully this video was helpful for everybody, at least starting out. These guys give you some good options to handle one of the most important areas in the game, which is the vault boss, and you guys should be tackling that every day. Anyways, once again, I want to thank our sponsor here for today's video, Starborne Frontiers. Make sure you guys check out the game through the link in the description below, as well as the pinned comment. As well, it directly supports the channel, so I do appreciate that very much. And thanks you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.